A few years ago, a German brigade was requested by Lithuania to be stationed in its territory. This will be the first permanent deployment of German troops since the Second World War. For years now, German troops have been part of the NATO Enhanced Forward Presence battle group in Lithuania, but these soldiers rotate in and out every few months. With the incoming German brigade, around 5,000 personnel will be permanently living in the Baltic country. New military facilities, including training areas, have been prepared by the Lithuanian government, and this long process is ongoing with the slow build-up of German forces. We take a look at the plan, its details, and current progress for today's video. So at the end of 2023, Lithuanian and German defense ministers signed an action plan on the deployment of a Bundeswehr brigade. This action plan included specific deadlines for the relocation of military units and commitments on living conditions for soldiers' families, including the provision of schools and kindergartens for children. The brigade's initial command element, about 20 military personnel, arrived in Lithuania in early April 2024, and things have been growing since, and many meetings have taken place between military leaders of the two countries to make sure progress on the project continues. Permanently stationing a brigade abroad is something new for the Bundeswehr. This commitment to Lithuania will see 4,800 military personnel and 200 civilian members of the Bundeswehr living outside of Germany. The Bundeswehr added that it needs to ensure that personnel are able to commute to Lithuania and back to Germany, and that their children can attend school in Lithuania. Here are some clips from a video produced by the Bundeswehr following one German service member's hunt for an apartment in Vilnius.
Ja, gute Bausubstanz, sieht relativ neu aus, sehr sicher, überall hier PIN-Codes an den Türen. Well, let's have a look at the bathroom. Dusche, Badewanne, alles da. Noch ein Extrazimmer. Aufzug ist vorhanden, es ist im 5. Stock, ein Balkon ist da. Tiefgarage ist dabei. Anscheinend bleiben alle Möbel drin, auch inklusive der Fernseher. Ja, ich muss jetzt gleich mal mit der Maklerin sprechen, aber die Wohnung sieht gar nicht so übel aus.
This establishment of the brigade will continue to grow over 2025 and 2026, and by 2027, the German brigade in Lithuania is expected to reach full operational capability. Part of the plan will include moving the NATO multinational battle group under the command of this German brigade. At the moment, it's under the command of Lithuania's Iron Wolf Brigade. For those outside of the military world, a brigade is a military unit that can be between 3,000 and 5,000 soldiers. Brigades consist of battalions, and so in this case, the German brigade in Lithuania has been reported to have around 5 battalions, including tank and artillery battalions. The brigade is actually the German Army's 45th Armored Brigade. There will be 3 combat/maneuver battalions. One of these will come from North Rhine-Westphalia and another from Bavaria. The 203 Panzer Battalion will be coming from Augustdorf, while the 122 Panzer Grenadier Battalion comes from Oberwirtach. And in addition to the 3 maneuver battalions, all necessary enablers, including combat support and logistics units, will be permanently relocated to Lithuania. The Puma armoured infantry fighting vehicle and the Leopard 2 main battle tank will be among the main pieces of equipment in these units. In April 2025, the brigade was officially activated with a ceremony held outside Vilnius. We also know that the unit's crest will look like this. Worn by all service members of the brigade on their uniform, the crest pictures a black Stauffer lion and Gediminas Tower in Vilnius. The lion stands for the affiliation with 10 Panzer Division and its defense readiness. The city's landmark symbolizes the close partnership with Lithuania. Additionally, a straight sword with Jagiellonian cross at the center of the coat of arms symbolizes the defense mission of the brigade to protect Lithuania and NATO territory. This brigade falls under the command of Germany's newly created/renamed Division 25, which is actually a restructuring of the Bundeswehr's 10 Panzer Division. Division 25 includes around 20,000 soldiers at various locations in Germany. We know that Brigadier General Christoph Oba had been designated the commander of the new army unit. Oba arrived in Lithuania in September 2024 to establish the new brigade's command and control capability in advance of officially assuming command of the brigade. The German troops will be based at military facilities in Rudninkai and Rukla, and as you can see from this map, they are more or less an hour's drive away from Vilnius. Kaunas is even closer to Rukla, but further away from Rudninkai. Nonetheless, some of the German military personnel and/or their families will live in Lithuania's two largest cities. On the military infrastructure side, Rudninkai and its training area have some brand new facilities, and it's even highlighted in the Bundeswehr video.
Wir stehen jetzt hier in Rudninkai und genau hier wurde vor über 30 Jahren noch Bomben der Roten Armee abgeworfen. Und es ist auch ein Platz, der zeigt, die Litauer schaffen Fakten. Der Truppenübungsplatz ist 170 Quadratkilometer groß und hat ein 30 Kilometer langes Straßennetz. Die Unterkünfte für die Bundeswehr zu diesem Truppenübungsplatz werden noch gebaut. Damit das zeitnah gelingt, planen die deutschen und litauischen Verantwortlichen auf Hochtouren. Eine litauische Musterkaserne am Rande der Hauptstadt zeigt, wie es aussehen kann.
An official Defense Ministry webpage states, all Lithuanian institutions are making efforts to establish the infrastructure for housing soldiers, providing training, storage and maintenance of military equipment, as well as ensuring the necessary civilian services to accommodate the families of German soldiers arriving in Lithuania. Lithuania's defense minister at the time discussed the fact that it won't be cheap, telling the media, "Of course, financial resources will be needed to build the infrastructure. To some extent, these are planned, but as the scope of the work to be done has grown somewhat from the original plans, we will certainly need to think about additional funding and sustainable sources." While the brigade will be around 5,000 German personnel, this number does not include their families. Again, because this is a permanent deployment, families of German military personnel will be moving to Lithuania too. This is what the official documents had to say about that. Accommodation for the families will be available in the cities of Vilnius and Kaunas or in their close proximity. Two main options will be taken forward, using an existing housing rent market and developing living quarters in a dedicated area. LRT says that in the midterm, Germany will establish 1 or 2 Bundeswehr schools abroad and German-language childcare facilities in Lithuania. We heard somewhere else that Lithuania will be responsible for building school facilities, while Germany will be the one to focus on getting teachers to teach at these schools. LRT also reported in late March 2025 that Vilnius municipality has been preparing 100 school placements for children of German Brigade soldiers who will begin studying in the city in September. The first facility to be adapted for this purpose is the Lithuanian Center for the Education of the Blind and Visually Impaired, and the Ministry of Education says that up to 600 children of German soldiers may study in Vilnius in the future. In general, it appears that Lithuanians support this massive influx of Germans, and we're really interested to see if or how this will change Lithuanian society. Whilst looking through all the material from both Lithuania and Germany, it's clear that the two sides are trying hard to reinforce to the public that this move is something that is wanted and welcomed by the Lithuanian people. Check out some clips from the Bundeswehr video.
Fühlt ihr es euch eigentlich jetzt hier in Litauen hier zu leben und glaubt ihr, die NATO in Litauen ist notwendig?
Nun, ich fühle mich ziemlich sicher, denn ich vertraue der NATO, dass sie uns irgendwie beschützt oder uns etwas mehr Stabilität geben wird.
Als Litauerin fühle ich mich wirklich sicherer. Wenn hier mehr als nur litauische Soldaten stationiert sind.
Es gibt da noch eine Sache, die ich euch gerne mitteilen würde. Man kann in der Stadt, die Hauptstadt von Litauen, auch problemlos zu jeder Tageszeit in Uniform sich bewegen. Man wird nicht schief angeschaut, man wird nicht beleidigt, man kriegt eher ein freundliches Grinsen zurück. Und ja, das gibt einem echt ein schönes Gefühl, gewollt zu sein, dass sie froh sind, dass wir hier sind. Und man hört hier auch ganz oft, "Thank you for your service."
These extra efforts might be residual sensitivity around German forces staying in Lithuania in 1941. Whatever the case may be, German forces are indeed welcome in Lithuania. We can imagine that this will be a tough move for some Germans and families, especially those living quite comfortable lives in Germany with well-established jobs and social circles, as well as perhaps extended family members close by. We're sure that despite the hardship, most soldiers recognize the importance of the mission and their duty, even if it's not directly defending Germany. This one soldier, speaking with Euronews, is certainly on board.
Es gibt Kameraden, die wollen gehen, es gibt Kameraden, die nicht gehen wollen. Für mich persönlich hat sich die Frage gar nicht gestellt. Letztendlich diene ich meinem Land Und somit diene ich auch Europa und Europa ist auch Litauen. Ne? Und das ist für mich natürlich wichtig gewesen und so habe ich das natürlich auch zu Hause kommuniziert.
Ultimately, it's the deployment that we're sure everyone hopes will serve as a deterrent instead of being actively used to defend Lithuania. What are your thoughts on Germany's 45th Brigade being permanently stationed in Lithuania? Let us know by leaving a comment.